Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Avery, and welcome back to my channel. So it's been a little minute since I've uploaded again, and this isn't going to be another time where I'm explaining why I haven't. Same as usual, school's been beating my ass, but ironically enough, this video is actually a final project, so if I'm talking a little bit different, you know why. But yeah, it's a final project, finally getting towards the end of the year. Might start getting back into this. I had a lot of fun recording last summer when I was, recording all the time, but I legit don't know why I stopped. I think I just got distracted with school, but I'm going to start blabbering. Possibility of more uploads coming soon. Not sure, but let me stop talking like I'm famous. Let me just continue with the video. So the topic for today actually is fast fashion. And if you've been anywhere on fashion TikTok, which I assume you have because it's been blowing up like hard for like the past year or two. Since like 2020 has been blowing up. So I assume you have, but if you haven't, basically what fast fashion is I just had a massive brain fart, but by definition, fast fashion is inexpensive clothing produced rapidly by mass market retailers in response to the latest trend. Basically just really shitty clothing that are made just purely for trends. I just realized that I recorded that entire section like above my mic, so it sounds weird. I don't care, I'm not re-recording. But yeah, a couple examples of fast fashion brands and companies that you might have heard of. Shein, obviously one of them, Fashion Nova, yeah, Boohoo Man. A lot of people don't know about it, but who the hell is calling Boohoo Man? Not many people know about it for some reason, but it is like one of the lead competitors. And also an underrated brand, not underrated at all, but underrated in the sense that nobody knows about it being fast fashion. H&M, everybody thinks it's sustainable because they use cotton, so and so. No. And the biggest shocker of all that actually shocked me when I found out was Uniqlo. Everybody hypes up Uniqlo and says it's the most sustainable brand in terms of what you can buy because it's still affordable. But they're not the most sustainable. In fact, they just make the best attempt of being sustainable, but they still end up falling flat and it doesn't end up going anywhere. Not that I'm clowning them because they're not trying hard enough, even though they're not trying hard enough because they can clearly do more. But their whole brand is based on the facade that they're clean, and they're not. And they got exposed for that a little while back. I'll put up the screenshots in a second. This article by Alex Osun called 4 Reasons. Wow, I read that wrong. 4 proven reasons why Uniqlo is a fast fashion brand. And within the first paragraph, I'm just going to read you this little section. It says, Uniqlo isn't a sustainable fashion brand because it uses unsustainable materials and production methods. It offers an alarmingly high amount of cheap synthetic materials contributing to plastic and microfibers pollution. Uniqlo's newest collections are highly polluting fibers such as rayon, polyester, nylon, and elastane. These synthetic fabrics aren't recycled or produced from renewable sources. On top of everything, Uniqlo doesn't present any certification for the textiles. It uses natural fibers such as cotton, but they aren't certified organic. Cotton is grown with large quantities of water, toxic chemicals, and pesticides and fertilizer. But I do have to give them credit where credit is due. They recently started pairing with the Better Cotton Initiative, which is a non-profit organization, and they're promoting better standards in cotton farming and practices across 21 countries. And as of 2017, Better Cotton accounts for 14% of global cotton production. So, hey, it's a step in the right direction, and to be honest with the way the fashion industry looks right now, that's all we can really do, just baby steps. And there's a quote in this article by Tyranny that sums it up perfectly. Being the perfect ethical consumer isn't the point, Barbara writes. Thinking about your consumption is. And I've noticed this in real life, they're not wrong. I'm pretty, inclined with the fashion industry, so to say. I'm into clothes and I know how to dress, and I shop ethical for the most part. So when I talk to people about fashion, a lot of the times they don't really understand that you don't have to shop and be a perfect person. You don't have to buy $1 million designer with wool from sheeps that were fucking hand raised and given bibs as children, given grass and water from the Garden of Eden. You don't have to shop like that. But what you can do is thrift and buy secondhand and just limit how much you shop in a week. In another article by Terry Yen, he says Americans on average buy more than 1 item of clothing each week. And going back to the first article that I read, it literally says every week an estimated 15 million used garments from North Africa, Europe, and Australia arrive in Ghana's capital city of Accra. And I quote, Accra has become the dumping ground for textile waste, the city's waste manager told ABC News in August. First of all, I'm checking the list right now. That's 3 pieces of, who the hell is text? That's 3 pieces of evidence in like 2 seconds. And I'm not even going to try and get a quota of how many pieces of evidence I gotta hit, but there's just that much information on it. It's crazy to think that it sounds like I'm reading a script right now just because of how many quotes and just articles I'm throwing in here. But that's how real it is. It's insane that it's gotten to this point. But moving back a little bit from just straight up stats and how we should shop and just personal advice, you don't need money to dress well, and I've been advocating this for a little while now. And I'm not gonna sit here and blabber on about, oh, you got no drip, you got no drip. It's not that, but to have a closet full of pieces that you can wear on an everyday basis, or even some statement piece where you could pop out every now and then with some crazy outfit, you don't need money for that. I haven't bought a piece firsthand in a little over a year. And not to sound full of myself, but I throw up a couple of my outfits on the screen now. You can see. And it isn't just me, there's fashion creators who advocate for this all the time. 2 of my favorites are Frugal Aesthetic and Wisdom. Now, Frugal Aesthetic is a little more underrated. He more so just talks about trends, and he's so in tune with the culture that even when he falls for the trends himself, he ends up going back and making basically video essays on how he fell for the trend and how easy it is to fall for these trends. But that's what I love about his videos. He's transparent with his audience, he knows when he's wrong, and he's human. He has he has something to connect with, to show that not everybody is perfect, and even the fashion creators that everybody looks up to still mess up and still, not even mess up, still buy fast fashion on occasion. And going to the other content creator Wisdom, he actually made a story time on his TikTok talking about how he used to make money in college. What he used to do was go to the thrift stores, buy a bunch of clothes, and then just resell them online. And with that money that he made from buying clothes in an ethical way, he'd buy more clothes. And over time, obviously, he'd find pieces that he'd like, and he'd build his closet, and now he's getting sent clothes from thousands of brands. But like I said, it's not about what he has, it's about his thought process going behind it. He doesn't need to go on shopping sprees and go on splurge in random stores. Splurging in random stores sounds insane, but the point is to watch your consumption, and they are pretty good examples of consumption watching. But yeah, that's really it. A little bit of a shorter video today, but I just wanted to get a lot of information in here as compact as I could. I've already tried to record this 2 times over, and I've lost all the footage from before. First time I was recording, all my Adobe stuff got deleted and messed up, so I had to re-download. I ended up getting a virus in the process. When I ran my anti-malware software, it deleted all my Audacity and my audio files. So I got my Adobe back, but then all my core files and all my information and recordings got deleted. So I had to re-record, and now here I am. I've been on a roller coaster trying to get this project done. But I'm glad to say I finally got it over, and yeah, that's really it. Have a blessed night, y'all.